Hey there, YouTube. Welcome to Shane Plays Spirit Island, episode I lost track. Um, we are now playing against England on difficulty 1, which puts us at a higher difficulty rating overall because England is mean. Um, although, in some ways, not as mean as Sweden to me personally. So, as before, when they get to that stage 2 escalation, um, they're going to build in the place with the most settlements already. And if they get 7 in a single land, they win. So they, with these two, are basically just going to try to build themselves a capital. Proud and mighty capital, that's what they called it. In addition, um, there is now this effect. First of all, they now have more fear cards in the deck. I can't remember if Sweden or Brandenburg Prussia or Sweden did that on level 1. Um, but they now have more fear cards in the middle portion, so it's hard to win with fear. And then also, their build actions can affect land without invaders if they're adjacent to at least 2 cities and or towns before the build action. So that means that sometimes just scaring a single dude away will not be enough to deter them from um, building. Uh, it's kind of a pain. But, they're indentured servants or earning land, which kind of feels nice, I guess. Alright, let's do this. Alright. So, um, if we are following our sort of classic opener here, we would probably want to be manifesting here and be ambushing here. We don't have anyone here to begin with. We can get 2 people there with a Gather the Warriors, which gets us 2 presents there, which kills off the city and the explorer, which is not a bad start, honestly. I think that's probably what we'll do. So we will get that 2 card plays. We will put this here, and then probably unless I want it here. Let's think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna undo and put this here. All right. So, we're gonna ambush, manifest, gather the warriors, finish playing cards. The ambush happens here, preventing a build. It is actually preventing a build, even though it's England, because they only have 1 adjacent settlement here. And they're checking out those jungles. Cool. Alright, so Gather the Warriors is going to grab 1 from here, 1 from here, including both presents. And then we are going to not push and just boop, 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 boop. Alright, this is also great because now we have something to do with turn 2 that doesn't involve that awkward turn 2 reclaim, which makes me feel weird and inefficient. So, on turn 2, we can afford to add 2 presents. Probably we want to take it from up here, so we can't get 3 down right now anyway. We could do 1 and 1. There's some appeal to that because then we're always 1 away from the 3 if we need it, but also 1 away from the 2, so we can get a bunch of energy. But since next turn is a reclaim, we're probably going to want the 2 energy next turn. So let's just do our usual pattern of taking from up here. Let's grab this, play the 2 cards that we have, finish playing cards. We're going warn this place. That guy will die. A whole bunch of things building in jungles that we couldn't have really prevented anyway. Okay, so now we need to be thinking about next turn. So next turn we are going to have 3 energy. We are going to have all of our starting cards back, so we could do an ambush. We could theoretically do a manifest, but it would mean not doing anything else, so that's bad. We're definitely going to want to defend here. So I think we probably want to use Gather the Warriors to put some people here. And as usual, I'd love to sort of move inward as we eliminate people from this general vicinity. So let's gather the warriors. I think here makes the most sense. We grab from there, and from there. Finish gathering. And there will be no pushing. Okay, at that point, I don't think we need more movement enough to give up the 2 fear. Because 2 fear is very valuable. That's half a fear card. Okay. Obviously a reclaim turn. First powers. Let's see what we get. Okay. Immediately seeing no air, which disappoints me. Quicken is obviously nice. We do need at least 1 other defend, and we do have a sacred site in a place that we need to defend, so Quicken will get the job done if that's what we need. Devouring Ants kills Dahan, not a fan. It would also kill a town, and we could maybe get the Dahan out of there beforehand, but I think it's just a little bit more than we really need. Gift of Consistency is better with more people. Uncanny Melting removes Blight, which is nice, but it's limited as to where it can do it. Makes a little fear. Yeah, I think Quicken. If this was my second pick and my first pick had gotten a defend, then I might take Uncanny Melting. But because I don't know if there'll be a defend or a way to deal with both of these places in the second pick, we're going to take Quicken. Alright. Second pick. Okay. Land of Haunts and Embers scares me and also entices me. It scares me because it adds Blight. It entices me because it has air, fire. Both of those are good for me. It certainly can stop them from building in places. It's a little harder to do with England, but not impossible. And if it already has Blight, it does Fear and pushes more people. I just feel like if you're gonna add Blight, you also need to, like, destroy, not just push. Like, Fear is nice, and, like, if it already has Blight, then you're cascading, and that's very bad. I think in a game with more players, this might be a more viable pick for Thunderspeaker, but I think in this game, it is probably not, except in extreme circumstances. So here's another defend card that would certainly get done what we need to get done. Always a big fan of Dark and Tangled Woods for the fear and the defending. But Call of the Dahan Ways is so good that I don't think I can really turn it down, especially when we did get Quicken from that last pick. Yeah, Song of Sanctity just doesn't quite do enough for us immediately. So I think call is the right call. All right. So as discussed, we need to defend twice this turn, which means it's going to be all about words of warning and quicken the earth struggles. Finish playing cards. Quicken goes here because that's where we have the sacred site. Warning goes here. Wow, that was cool. Um, so for those who are not speed readers and are still lamenting that I haven't turned the speed down on those reveals, for that one, it was Scapegoats, I believe the card is called, where each town destroys a explorer in its land, an explorer in its land. I love that card. I like it's one of the fear cards that like I know the name of, even though it's not listed here. Here, it just lists the effects. Oh, there we go. We can right click. Yep, Scapegoats. Um, it's great. It's even better at higher fear levels, and it just does what it needs to do. And yeah, because of that card, we were able to completely wipe this place out. This place was already going to get wiped out. Things are going well. We did get the awkward double of the same thing, which means next turn they're going to both they're going to both build and attack here. That does mean we have the opportunity, since the Ravage happens first, to get enough guys there, defend it well enough, and we can potentially kill them before they can build. It is awkward to do because England is now requiring us to build in the land with the most cities and towns. There's a tie for that. If we pick here, they can still build here even if we wipe it out, because they'll have two adjacent to it. So I think I'm tempted to build here. We can reclaim Quicken, and I don't suppose we're close enough to the... No, we've got 3 to get to that. So we'd have to take a reclaim, but we probably have to anyway, because this Ravage is just going to be too bad to not prevent. So if we're reclaiming, we're going to have 3 energy to work with. We can have Quicken back. We can have Words of Warning back. We can... I mean, Quicken alone will get it done. So we just want get a bunch of people in here so that... How is it? Yes, they will build. So they are actually going to put a city there. That means we need 3 guys there, which, since we haven't used Gather the Warriors yet, we can easily accomplish. Yeah, this seems like a solid plan. So build here, set up their massacre, and then we just start sending Dahan there. I think we'll take both from here because the coast is generally easier for them to get to. So we'll leave the coast defended. Okay. So as discussed, we are reclaiming again. Let's see what the minor power deck wants to give us now. Okay. So, couple of great cards with air on them. Enticing Splendor, very flexible. Again, gathering out of a space is not as good against England as it is against a lot of people, but it's still pretty good. Call to Isolation moves even more of them, so maybe that's better. I love both of these cards. This one's not bad either, but these are much better. And this is honestly at this point not worth considering. I think I'm gonna go with Call to Isolation simply because it has more potential if we end up with a lot of explorers and towns in the same place. Let me think about that one more second by looking at... Yeah, no, it also has better elements. I had a second thought of like, which one has the elements I need though? This one is just strictly better. Okay. Cool. Other power card. There's no way you can impress me nearly as much. A defend 2 is not a very good defend, but it's not nothing. It's neat that it can gather in guys that can prevent a build and then also kill guys, or drift down to slumber is weaker but then strong in certain places, probably places that we will be wanting to defend in soon, and it costs 0, which is really nice. Like, yeah, I think probably drift down to slumber wins for being 0 cost. These two don't really speak to me. All right. Yeah, I think we're taking drift. Just because sometimes you just need like a wind for 0 power, and it can do that. All right. So for this turn, what we need is... They've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to defend for at least 6. Quicken does that all by itself. So definitely Quicken. With our second power this turn, so we have 2 energy left to spend. Literally the only place on the board besides here that has people in it is here. I don't know what we can even do about that place. Call of the Dahan. Will it still be relevant? Let's see. We're doing 6 damage. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Call of the Dahan could convert the last guy here. Oh, he's gonna build. I didn't get enough guys here. So, what I need is a sudden ambush to get the last of my guys there. Or another way to move people. Call to Isolation will get done for a lot cheaper. So let's do that. And we can just drag this guy over. Okay. I like this. This is strong. Finish playing cards. Okay. We are going to Call to Isolation here. It's ironic because this guy is not becoming isolated. He's actually becoming more friendly, but this is fine. Quicken your struggle here. Just a big old defend. There... Is that a second scapegoats? What? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that. Yes, I got scapegoats twice. I don't think that's a thing. I might have to write them a bug report. Also, maybe I should go back and watch the last episode and see if, or 2 episodes ago, and see if that deserves a bug report. But we're not gonna worry about that one, because that one was totally fine. Okay, so, we're sitting pretty here. They had to build here, but we're not worried about it because they're not rabbiting anytime soon. We're almost certainly going to manifest here to win the game. Maybe next turn. This place is planning to build next turn. We could take care of that with an ambush. So yeah, let's go ahead and gather the warriors this away. That seems great. No pushing necessary. Okay. This might be the turn we win, if I'm looking at the board right. Check the fear stack. So yes, we are only one fear away from terror level 2, which means we just need to destroy these two and prevent him from building, or some combination thereof. So if we add a presence and gain 4 energy, that will... It's a weird pick, but I think we're actually going to go up here. Because if we're hoping to win this turn, which I think I can, I haven't done all the math, but I think I can, then this does us literally 0 good. Even though it gets us closer to 3 cards, which is what we really like from the world. If we were playing this game for more than one more turn. But fire can get us up to some Furious Assault nonsense that we couldn't get to otherwise. Though, is it really? I don't think we're going to get that high on it anyway, so maybe we do just take from here. Yeah, we'll take from here in case it matters. Okay. So, we're ambushing, we're manifesting. That's the whole turn. I think that wins. Like, they'll get a chance to explore somewhere, but they're not... Oh, they'll still build here. They'll still build here. Forgot about that. That is annoying. But I guess that's what England's all about, being annoying. Still, we're going to do a lot of damage this turn. And I think we can finish them off next turn. Hang on. Do I still want to sudden ambush at that point? If they're going to build here regardless, killing this guy does not do me a ton of good in and of itself. So let's take a few steps back. Definitely manifesting. At that point, perhaps Call of the Dahan Ways does more for me. We can just turn that guy into a Dahan, which gets us more points. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. This is better. I like this. I still have Gather. It's not gathering as many, but it's still gathering plenty. So, finish playing cards. Sure, y'all do that. Okay, so currently we have 3 presents and 2 guys, which equals 6 damage. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1 more guy will get it done, or just leave 1 presence there. We could Call the Dahan Ways in one of these 2 places, because after I'm done manifesting, there won't be 2 buildings here anymore, so it will prevent a build. I'd definitely rather prevent the build on the Not Coast. So I think what we do is we gather the warriors here, pulling 2 in both presents, then moving 1 over here. So now we're at 9, which is plenty. So we don't need to move presents, and I think we don't care to, because we're about to get another Dahan here anyway. So, no presents. Alright. We manifest here. Welcome to Terra level 2. We have 2 fear cards lined up. We call the Dahan Ways. get some Dahan. It's lovely. We're having a great time. Which means we can now ambush this guy. Question is... Oh, easily. I answered my own question. We can kill this off during the Ravage phase. I think we will go for the sweet, eliminated the invaders entirely victory. With a sudden ambush up here and a defend words of warning down here. I guess that means we can just add 2 presents to the board, which means we could drift down. That doesn't do us any good. Voice of Thunder for extra fear, or we could just get some of this stuff going. Now, what the heck? Let's drop this down here, and this is getting excessive down here, and then I can reclaim 1, which means I can actually sure. And then yeah, all we really need is that and that. And that wipes out all of them. I guess we play that for style points. Finish playing cards. Oh, we also can now lead the Furious Assault in the fast phase, which could win that way. I don't know which win is more stylish. But okay. So we set an ambush in there. Is there a way to do this where we kill everyone in the fast phase? I don't think so. We can't get this guy and this guy to meet, so that we could ambush them both. So I think we just sudden ambush here. Which one of those? We words of warning here. We gather the warriors here. And I think don't lead the Furious Assault, because that would only make things less. Call to isolate this. He can watch from the sidelines. All right, finish using powers. Each player can choose a different land, gather up to 2, and then 1 damage if they're present. Yep, we'll gather here. Go along with them. Do a damage. Alright. Yep, defending more there. That was I believe, a defend 1 per Dahan, which is why that became defend 11. So that was a startling overrunning victory. I can't wait to see the score. That is probably a new record for the channel. 43 points. We just cleaned up. Only possible problem is we never got around to actually deleting Blight, but I think we just couldn't afford to take the Blight removal card when it came up, in case we needed a defend. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can look at the statistics in case you're curious about any of this type of nonsense, and hope you enjoyed the show. I'll probably record more of these on a different day again. Who knows? It might be, what was it, like 6 months? Could be another 6 months. Could be next week. We'll find out. Later.